Hello everyone and welcome back to Riverbend Springs and Farming Simulator 25. We have a list of things to do today, so I've gone for an earlier start. We're starting at 6 AM and the reason for that is that we have got a lot to do. We have got to get the bales in off the fields over here that we harvested and created. We need to get some muck spread on all three of those fields as well. That can be done by a worker. We need to get the grass cut over there and on the field at the top there. That also can be done by a worker to a point. And we need to get the wool moved from the sheep because that's full. And the rice is ready to harvest. Look at that. Beautiful. Rice harvest is ready. So, without further ado, let's jump into here. Disconnect this trailer. We need to pick up our liner over there, our what do you call trailer? I don't know. The auto load trailer, I suppose. I've been thinking a lot about getting universal auto load just because with so much time and effort spent loading things into different trailers and stuff, I think as we're progressing we're just not going to get the things done that we need to do if we don't have universal auto load. Let me know what you think in the comments. I won't do it until I know you guys are happy with it, because I also know you prefer authenticity, and if it was a regular series, well, like this started out, I wouldn't even consider auto load. But the more we do on this series and the more products we get and have to move around, the harder and harder it is getting to fit everything in to a single month. So that's interesting. Why are those bales stuck up there? Let's give them a little nudge. There we are. So yeah, we need to get these loaded into here. Which side is the curtain? There we go. Good. Right. Oh, hello. My torch has come on. There we go. Right. So I am going to do this with super strength. I am just going to chuck them in basically so that we load them in. And they can all go to the spinnery, although not super urgently. I just need to clear the spawn space so that other bits and pieces or other wool pallets can spawn in. So let's just get that done. Through. There. And through. There. Last one. Go. That I missed. Last one I missed. Right. Super strength off again. And let's shut that down there. We don't really need that again just yet. Right then. So, let me see. What we need to do first, I think, is to get all the bales shifted off all the straw bales collected up. Which is a nice easy task. Shouldn't take too long. And then we'll get this tractor with the muck spreader working on the three fields. Obviously, one at a time. Can't line them all up, unfortunately. Yet, maybe that will come in a future iteration of Farming Simulator. Lining worker jobs up. It's possible, I suppose. You can set workers to travel 2 fields and work on those fields in one go, so why wouldn't you be able to line those jobs up one after the other? Maybe that should be something to consider. If I was a modder, maybe I'd look into it, but I have no idea where to start with that sort of thing, and some very, very clever people out there that know far more than I do. Okay. We do also need to get those trees taken down, don't we? But, yeah. What did I say about cover crops? I didn't... Nah, these fields are going to have barley in, aren't they? Or wheat. Probably wheat. But yes, we need to get the to the point of being able to put that in. Obviously, it won't be this month. I think September, October is the time to put it in. Not certain. Barley, yes, September, October. So we've got time to get the winter crops in. Oh, I missed one. That was silly. Let's go get it now. Right, so I'm going to collect all these bales up and get this tractor started on the muck spreading. We will be direct drilling these fields, so we will need the tram lines because we'll need to spray off the weeds. But like I said, that won't happen till September or October time. We've got far too much to do this month. So, like I said, I'll get these bales cleared up. We'll get the grass fields being cut. And we'll start work on the rice paddy. Okay, right, so one job we do have to do before we move on to the rice paddy is to get the cow feed mix done, or a couple of cow feed mixes. Right, what have we got in here? We've got 10 bales of hay, we've got 53 bales of silage, so we need to prioritise hay. Yeah, we really need to prioritise hay. When we're cutting the grass. Right, so straw we want 2 out to start with. We're going to make two loads. Hay we'll need 4. And then silage we will need 6. And there we go. Right, let's jump into the JCB here. I know I've got the pallet fork on, I haven't got the bale spike on. It's only over here, we'll swap over. Get the bale spike picked up. We can start loading up the mixer. I did service, clean and fuel the JCB. It looks like a whole new machine now. Which is amazing. Right, we need 3 silage bales, 2 hay bales. Oh dear, let's get them a bit further on the spikes than that. Yeah, 3 silage, 2 hay and a straw bale. And then obviously for bedding we need a little bit more straw. I say a little bit more straw, quite a bit more straw actually, but first of all, the feed, that's going to be the most important bit. Right, another silage bale, and then a straw bale, and that is a feed mix. Is the mixer running? It is. Ooh, hello. Okay, and then straw for padding. I'm glad we've got all this straw now. We really, really did need it. Hopefully, that'll be enough to last us until next year. Got quite a bit of silage in there as well, so I'm gonna probably only do a little bit of silage in this grass cut. Right, how are the workers getting on? Because I don't want them sitting around doing nothing. Right, that's good. We're getting the grass cut. Yep, up and down's nearly done there. Fantastic. Right, let's empty this one into here. I don't think it'll take 2 full loads, because we've got some in there already. Do need to keep an eye on the chickens as well, although we've got nothing to feed them at the moment. Yeah, it's not going to take 2 full loads, but we will make 2 loads. And goats are okay, and even water. Yeah, chickens need food, but at the moment we don't have any. Right, I'll get this second mix made up, and then we can start having a look at the rice paddy. So, at the time of recording this, the Highlands edition has just been announced, or the Highlands map, which is part of the season pass, and I am so excited for that. Fish farming as well, and yeah. So, as soon as that comes out, and I'm not sure when it's due to come out actually, I should look that up, but as soon as it comes out, we're going to be starting a series on that map, and I probably won't, in traditional format, I probably won't start with the original, or the prescribed farm and tools. We'll probably start with something else. I will, yeah, I'll have to see. Have not decided yet. So, the cows are all full of food. We're just obviously finishing off the bedding right now. There we go. That's that finished. The bedding is now full up too. Right. I do want to use this tractor, because we're going to start tedding. Ooh, squidge. I think this tractor can manage the tedder. It is a big tedder now, but there's no reason why it shouldn't be able to. Move the muck spreading worker onto the second field, but the grass cutting worker hasn't finished on that first field yet, so they will be moved, but we might as well take this down and get it ready before we start work on the rice paddy. Ooh, one thing I didn't check actually is... no, it's okay. The sugar beet is not ready yet. So we don't have to worry and panic about that. My colour's gone a bit funny. Is that just me? Seems to have gone a bit washed out. Oh, not so right there. Oh, that's better. There we go. Right. Let's get this over to the field that is being cut. We have got a lot of poo. Don't need to worry about running out of poo. So that's all good. We've got some eggs there. I have noticed that we've got quite a lot of damage from the hail that happened last month, just before we started harvesting, which is a right pain. Not good at all. Ah, the grass cutter is getting on very nicely here. Yeah, look, you can got grass field damage here. I think I'm going to have to get a grass roller and start rolling the grass fields after as well. Anyway, let's get this guy working. We might as well stay over here and wait for this guy to be finished. Then we can move them onto the other field. Keep an eye on the Doisfart and see if it's capable of running that tedder, which it should be. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. Seems to be dancing around now at least. Ah, is it going to start with the headlands? Yes it is. Alright, let's hope it's not going to be in the way. In fact, what shall I do here? Stop the worker. Come on, let's start with the up and downs. Think we could do that? And that way, shouldn't get in the way. I think we've only got one more pass left with the mowers. Let me take over. Ah yes, the famous backwards tractor. Oh, I said start with up and down and they're starting with the headland anyway. You just can't get the workers these days, can you? I don't know, maybe it was my fault, maybe I did it wrong. Don't know. Never mind. Now that I'm in control of the mowers, we should be able to stay out of the way at least. Although that working width is probably slightly wider than ours. Oh well, we're done now. There we go. Right, let's get over to the other field. Get that working and then we'll get on to the rice paddy. The rice paddy is going to be a big job. We've got a small harvester, giant rice paddy. Yeah, that is going to be definitely a big job. Right. Okay. Go. We can then jump over to here. Oh yeah. Just double check though on how we're getting on with the nitrogen spreading there. Oh, they're nearly done already, look. Right, well as soon as that's done we can move them on to the big field. As for us, we're going to crack on here. Get some steering assist lines on. And get some harvesting done. I will pick up those missed bits afterwards, but we're going to crack on now and get as much done as we possibly can. Right, so with the rice harvester carrying on with a worker, we need to sort the tractors out over at the grass fields. This one's doing very well. But the grass fields here, this one needs to move on to the other field. I've decided to do the whole lot out of hay to start with. Out of hay? I've decided to make hay with the whole lot of the grass to start with. And when we come to cut it again in a few months' time, we'll do the whole lot out of silage. I think that's probably the right thing to do. We're going to start running out of space for bales if we carry on this rate, although we are using them very, very quickly, so maybe not quite yet. So, we need to get the tedder going on this field up here, and we'll get the Fendt tractor to start rowing up. Well, we will start rowing up the other field with the giant windrower. Be fantastic. But yes, first of all, let's get this going. Who have we got helping us today? Aha! Hello. Okay, so if we jump over into the Fendt, get everything folded up, and we'll go get the windrower. Nice, quick and easy job now that we've upgraded all our tools. I will be upgrading the mowers at some point too. Someone did suggest getting the Big M mower, which would be fantastic. However, I don't think it's absolutely necessary, especially as we're going to be making hay a lot as well as silage. So we don't really need it all to be brought into a swath. When there are options for mowers, tractor attached mowers, that will also bring it all into a swath together. Right, mower number 1 there. Mower number 2. There we go. And then the one and only windrower number 1. Attached to the back. We'll obviously have to keep an eye on the rice harvester. Don't want it to sit around and wait for us to empty it. That would be a bit of a pain. Also need to check out our productions. So, yeah, make sure that our productions are still going strong. But yeah, we'll start off with the headland here. We'll get our steering assist all set up. Because the rice harvester does fill up quickly, yep, let's head over and empty it before we start rowing. That took a while to find, didn't it? And luckily we're on the correct side so that it can empty. And we'll just have to keep on keeping an eye on it, really. I'm glad that the auger does just fit over this trailer. It's a bit good. Okay, so we'll just get it down to the end here. Set the cruise control up now to be the same speed. which is good. And there we go. Should be able to do several up and downs without the need to empty. Right. So back over into this. Get it lowered down. And we'll start getting everything put into a nice neat swath ready for us to bale. Right then, so harvester is once again nearly full. I have rowed up one field and put a worker on to row up the other grass field. Oh dear, they're going to stop, aren't they? Oh no, don't want to stop. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yay! You can empty on the move. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Half the rice field, well, maybe half the rice field is done. If you include the headlands in that. But yeah, it's looking very good. We need to crack on with the baling though. I believe the John Deere has now finished with spreading muck. Not absolutely certain. Let's have a quick look. Yep, the John Deere has finished, so we can use that then to start baling. They're all going to be hay bales, so we'll get them all baled up as quickly as we possibly can. No wrapping required this time. But next time we will be wrapping, and I would like to upgrade the mowers before we cut the grass again, so that we can cut and swath all in the same go. Not really sure why the windrower was leaving tiny little strips at the edges. I thought it was about the adjustment of the tines, but doesn't appear to be. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, once again, that worker's working nicely. There we go. This is what we need. So we need the John Deere. Looking extremely mucky at the minute, but I'm not surprised. It's been spreading a lot of muck. Mucky muck spreading. So yeah, we need to go and grab the baler. Get all those bales made and get them all collected in, because we're also going to want to put some slurry onto the grass fields. So yeah, we need to leave the muck spreader over here next to the... Wonder if that roller would work on grass as well. Not sure. But yeah, next to the muck heap here, we've still got plenty of muck. We've also got plenty of slurry. I think the tank is probably full again. It spends most of its time full, to be honest. Oh, I like now not having to store the bales manually in here. It's so much nicer to be able to store machinery in here. Right, we'll still be set to the biggest bale. Ooh, we do need some more round bale net though. Just grab a pallet and fill up from here. Might even have to come back for more. Bale wrap. That's not what I want. It's round bale net. Ah. There it is, look. So I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. Let's see if it actually puts any in. Oh, it does. It did put one in. And I don't think we can put another one in because we've already got half of one on the go. So we probably will have to come back later and pick a bit more up. I think I've got some more in storage there. Not 100% sure, but I think I have. So yeah, just double checking, but we are set to the biggest bale size, which is fine because we don't need to wrap them, like I said. So it's just about making them. And yeah, they should pop out fairly quickly. Although we're going to go around picking up that tiny little strip first. Just because. No idea if there's going to be enough hay in this little strip to make a full bale, but I don't know, there are little bits everywhere. I'll probably do one loop round and then get bored and start going on to the bigger swaths. Right. I know this has been a pretty time-lapse heavy episode, but to be fair, all the episodes on this series are going to be time-lapse heavy now because there's so much work to do and it's just a lot. It's a lot. So we just need to crack on and get things done. Look at that, only 10% of a bale so far from the first trip down. Probably not even worth picking this stuff up unless I need to make a complete bale towards the end. But we will do this bit anyway, and across the other end. And then we'll start on the bigger swaths. Well, that has been an absolutely huge amount of work done in this episode. We've done really, really well. But we're going to leave it there for today. I am going to continue next episode. We'll continue with where we left off this time. Just going to jump over to here so we can empty the harvester, which is full. We'll get this last bit of rice done in the next episode as well. I say we will, I mean the worker will. But yeah, there is a lot going on. Luckily we have these workers to help us out, because otherwise we'd be stuck in August for a very long time. But yeah, we'll continue on at 2 o'clock next time, when, yeah, we'll carry on, finish the rice harvest, and then we will get all the bales collected in and get the grass rolled and get it slurried. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.